Hello engineers, welcome back to Engineering Design Simplified. Today I am going to discuss inline slider crank mechanism as a force multiplier. In this video I will discuss inline slider crank mechanism, position, displacement and force analysis. Here is a typical inline slider crank mechanism whose link L2 is extended like this shown in figure, and a load P is acting at this point and a reaction load F is felt on the slider. In this mechanism, L2 is crank and length L is the lever and coupler length is L3, and a force P is applied at this point and a reaction force F is felt on the slider. So from this diagram, theta phi is angle of this link L, theta phi is the angle of this link L, and theta 2 is the crank angle. Theta 2 can be written as theta phi minus alpha. So this angle is here is alpha, and theta, the angle turn, theta can be written as pi by 2 minus theta phi. So here this initially this link is at 90 degrees with the horizontal, so that theta, any angle theta rotation here can be written as pi by 2 minus theta phi. So let us derive equations. Displacements along x-axis can be written as L4 equal to L2 cos theta 2 plus L3 cos minus theta 3. Here theta 3 is taken negative because it is clockwise, and theta 2 is positive because it is counterclockwise. So from this we get L4 equal to L2 cos theta 2 plus L3 cos theta 3. Let us call that equation 1. So displacement of point D along x can be written as dx equal to L5 cos theta 5. Now let us see displacements along y. So L2 sin theta 2 equal to L3 sin minus theta 3. So sin theta 3 can be written as minus L2 by L3 sin theta 2. Let us call that equation number 2. So from this 2 we get theta 3 equal to sin inverse minus L2 by L3 sin theta 2. Let us call that again equation 3. So from trigonometry for acute angles, we know that cos theta can be written as square root of 1 minus sin square theta. Here we want to write cos theta 3 equal to square root of 1 minus sin square theta 3. Cos theta 3 equal to square root of 1 minus sin square theta 3. So let us substitute this in equation 1. We get L4 equal to L2 cos theta 2 plus square root of L3 square minus L2 square sin square theta 2. After having derived equations for theta 5, theta 2, theta 3, dx and position on the slider, let us solve a problem using Microsoft Excel. Here in this problem we have taken lever length L equal to 500 millimeter and crank length L2 is 50 millimeter and coupler length L3 is 150 millimeter. So L by L2, that is lever ratio is 10, and a force of 1000 Newton is acting here, and this angle alpha is taken as 25 degrees. So from previously derived equations you can calculate theta 5, theta 2, theta 3 dx and L, and also slider displacements for any given angle from 0 to 60 degrees. And these values are plotted here. Let us discuss graphs in the next slide. In this graph here, theta versus cx, that is slider position, is plotted. On the horizontal axis theta from 0 to 60 degrees, and on the vertical axis cx. The graph looks like this. And in this graph here, theta versus dx, that is position of point D along x-axis, is plotted. Again here on the horizontal axis, angle theta 0 to 60 degrees. On the vertical axis, dx is calculated and plotted. The graph looks like this. Here in the bottom graph, we have plotted dx versus cx, that is position of point D along x and slider position. On the horizontal, it is dx slider position, On the horizontal, it is a position of point D. On the vertical, it is a CX slider position. In the next slides, let us discuss force calculation. In this position, when lever is at 90 degrees with the horizontal, a force P is acting here that creates a moment about A P into L, and to oppose that, a force Fc along the coupler will be acting towards this, and let us extend this line L3 like this, and let us write it as Fc reaction force, and let us again draw a perpendicular line to this Fc line that joins at A. So this Fc into this length L2 sine theta 2 plus theta 3 is the opposing torque for P into L. In this mechanism, this angle theta 3 and this angle is theta 2. So this angle gamma can be written as gamma equal to 180 minus theta 2 plus theta 3. So if it is gamma, then this angle will become theta 2 plus theta 3. So that this length will be L2 sine theta 2 plus theta 3. So in this position, moments about A can be written as P into L equal to Fc L2 sine theta 2 plus theta 3. So Fc can be calculated as Fc equal to PL by L2 sine theta 2 plus theta 3. In the previous slide, we have derived equation for Fc, and now if this mechanism rotates an angle theta in clockwise direction, then this P now perpendicular to this lever can be replaced by Px. So Px can be written as P cos theta. So theta is pi by 2 minus theta phi. So from the free body diagram of this slider, we know that F equal to Fc cos theta 3. So let us substitute Px and F in the previous equation Fc. So we get F equal to Px L cos theta 3 divided by L2 sine theta 2 plus theta 3. So that can be simplified as F equal to L P cos theta 3 divided by L2 sine theta 2 plus theta 3. Here the term L cos theta 3 divided by L2 sine theta 2 theta 3 is the magnification ratio, that is also called as a lever ratio. After having derived equations for Px, Fc and F, let us solve the problem. So here we have taken again the same problem where L is 500 millimeter, L2 is 50 millimeter, L3 is 150 millimeter, force is 1000 Newton, alpha is 25 degrees. So these values are already calculated. For any given angle theta 0 to 60 degrees, Px is calculated like this, and Fc and F is also calculated. Let us see the graphs in the next slide. In the problem, we have considered horizontal force P, but when this lever rotates by an angle theta, the force P perpendicular to this lever will become Px. So Px is P cos theta. So as in this graph we have plotted dx versus px, that is dx is the position of point D along x-axis, and px is the variation of force when angle theta is rotated. So in this graph on the horizontal axis we have plotted dx, that is 0 to 450 millimeter for angle 0 to 60 degrees of lever rotation. On the vertical axis we have plotted variation of px. Initially at a zero displacement of at zero position of D, the force is 1000 Newton. As the lever rotates, the force is going to drop. In this graph we have plotted Px versus F. So as the Px reduces, F increases. It is because the magnification ratio is going to increase. In this graph, we have plotted dx versus f. That is, dx is the position of point D, f is the force on the slider. Here in this graph, we have plotted cx versus f. Cx is the position of the slider and f is the force on the slider. So here in these two graphs, we can see that as theta 2 tends to 0, force is going to be increased rapidly, and when theta 2 is 0, then force will become infinite. So that means when theta 2 is 0, the mechanism will be in locked position. So any small amount of force P will move the mechanism away from the locked position. Other words, a very large force is required to move the mechanism from this locked position. So that's how this force multiplier will work. As the theta increases, for a P reduces, but F is going to increase. At the end of the stroke, or at the when theta 2 is 0, then force is going to become infinite. That's all for today's video. If you like this content, please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.